Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hunter Brown, star of Sister Wives, keeps in touch with his fans despite his family's recovery process. Last year, his brother Garrison died by suicide. Despite the challenging year, Janelle and her children persevered. Hunter has been chronicling his recuperation process today. But when he took a shirtless selfie in his most recent post, many were taken aback. To view the picture, continue reading. Hunter Brown's heartfelt remembrance of Garrison in Sister Wives. Hunter celebrated his late brother Garrison's birthday on social media last month. He posted old pictures of himself and his brother playing board games, swimming in a lake, and sporting box caps. Sometimes you'll never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory, the Sister Wives star said in an emotional comment that she shared. Hunter also counseled his followers to make the most of their time with their loved ones. Hunter continues to demonstrate to everyone that he is leading a happy life in spite of all the misery. Hunter snaps a selfie without shirts. Hunter Brown just posted a shirtless picture of himself on Instagram stories. "That was stupid," the Sister Wives actress captioned. In addition, he had on a bandana and shades. It's unknown why he dressed so strangely. However, he might be in the midst of working out. In any case, it only demonstrates that Hunter is enjoying life to the fullest while they are recovering. What is Hunter Brown doing now, Sister Wives? Additionally, Hunter posted pictures from his most recent trip to Las Vegas on Instagram. Along with some of his buddies, the Sister Wives star went to a theme park and saw a show. Hunter just posted pictures from his Grand Teton and Yellowstone adventures a few days prior. So many fans were taken aback by his unexpected trip. Additionally, some people expressed their happiness with Hunter's current way of living in the comments part of his page. "I'm glad to see you enjoying life to the fullest, Hunter. Cheers. Yes. How enjoyable. I adore the fits. Absolutely amazing. I was there for Dead and Company last week. I'm not sure how you managed to survive in the desert. Team Humidity, #East Coast. Oh my. This weekend, I'll be in Vegas too. The greatest location for festival attire is at Salvation Company. A little lone proprietor pursuing her passion. Check out her fits. I'm incredibly envious. You should visit at Shambhala_Surf. It's the most enchanted location I've ever been to." Hunter Brown shared pictures from his hiking trip to Mount Charleston and Mount Griffith with a huge group of pals in addition to partying. They arrived at Griffith Mountain's 11,064-foot summit. Although it's uncertain how long Hunter will stay in Vegas, there are rumors that he might have made the move permanently. Fans of Sister Spouses have been yearning for a new viewpoint for years, one that moves past the drama of Cody and Robin Brown and explores the strong lives of the former spouses, particularly the adored OG3, Christine, Janelle, and Mary. Although viewers had a brief taste of that potential with Christine's recent wedding, it appears that one of the ex-wives is now prepared to take center stage on a full-time basis. Not only did Janelle Brown reflect on her experience in the first episode of the four-part Sister Wives Tell-All, which aired on Sunday, May 25th, but she also made it obvious that she is prepared to share her next chapter with the world. Additionally, supporters are already applauding from the stands. Janelle's dream of a cinematic spin-off. A light-hearted yet insightful question greeted the reveal. If your life were a movie, what would it be? When host Sukanya Krishnan asked the cast this question, the responses were surprisingly in-depth. Cody chose Point Break, which he cheekily renamed Point Broken. At first, Christine claimed to be everything everywhere all at once, but Sukanya characterized her as more of a legally blonde spirit. Mary, on the other hand, leaned into wild. Christine couldn't resist doing the famous bend and snap on cue while wearing a bright pink pantsuit. It was Janelle's time next, and her response was more significant than merely a piece of cinematic flair. She explained that the movie, Fried Green Tomatoes, represented her recovering her identity and taking charge of her own destiny. In response, Sukanya said she was more of an eat, pray, love type of person. At that moment, Janelle became animated. Without hesitation, she said that she would want to live that scenario one in which she could travel, heal, develop, and maybe, in her own words, find a man like Javier Bardem. "I would love someone to follow me around as I went on this journey," was the pivotal statement that followed. Janelle just stated her case for a solo reality series, loud and clear, regardless of whether that person is a member of the camera crew or a kindred soul. The viewers are prepared. The fan base responded quickly. Janelle has developed a devoted fan base over the years who respect her fortitude, emotional openness, and composed poise in the face of adversity. That admiration was only heightened by this most recent revelation. Fans swiftly rallied behind her on social media, complimenting her fortitude and genuineness. "I adore Janelle's laughter at the ridiculousness, faced with tears of joy. Janelle is so elegant, yet fearless. Red heart. Janelle is exceptional. Janelle has so genuine feelings and is such a realist. Out of all the Browns, she is the most genuine. Janelle is the most underappreciated celebrity in history. She silently shouts the truth from S1E1 while putting the family's safety first in every season." Fans want to follow this character arc more than any other, a woman who is not only surviving the effects of polygamy but also prospering, and she is allowing viewers to join her on this journey. A tale awaiting narration. There are many chaotic stories on reality TV, but very few of them feel truly transformative. In addition to providing drama, Janelle Brown's spinoff would allow viewers to see what it looks like to rebuild, recover, and rediscover oneself in real time. Viewers are eager to see Janelle's adventure, regardless of whether it turns into a travelogue, a memoir in motion, or an honest look at life after the divorce. She may also be prepared to deliver, based on her candid remarks. Fan loyalty can change quickly in the emotionally charged world of Sister Wives, and Christine Brown is feeling the heat. She was once praised for her bravery and honesty in leaving Kody Brown, but now she's being compared to Robin Brown, the show's longtime lightning rod for fan annoyance. What then changed? The deciding moment occurred during the most recent episode of the one-on-one interviews, in which host Sukanya Krishnan asks each cast member to offer their perspective on the drama of the season. These one-on-one interviews are intended to extract the naked truth, in contrast to the group tell-alls of previous seasons. However, Christine's recent remarks sparked criticism rather than praise. The missed chance for unity in the Mary dilemma. When Kody admitted that he had been scared to tell Mary how he really felt about their failing relationship, fans were especially disappointed by Christine's answer. Christine provided what some perceived as a defense of Kody's cowardice rather than questioning his story or demonstrating sympathy for Mary. The audience didn't like that. One fan remarked, "Mary needed a conversation about her and Kody's relationship," which was a perspective that many others agreed with. It felt like a betrayal of Mary and the sisterhood the program had originally sought to depict that Christine had not pushed for that moment of closure. The Robin comparison, a difficult thing to accept. Comparing Christine to Robin is a significant change for devoted viewers of the series. Robin had frequently been accused of being cunning or deceitful, charges that Christine had so far mostly avoided. Recent responses from fans, however, indicate that the margin is closing. On the internet, one viewer wrote, "I know the two have had their problems, but I think it was pretty low for her to try to justify Kody saying he was scared of how Mary would react." When it comes to Mary being entitled to a conversation about their relationship, the whole "we were walking on eggshells a lot" thing is such bullshit. Others pointed out that there is frequently a subtle sting to Christine's remarks concerning Mary. Does Christine constantly come across as hypocritical when discussing Mary, or is it just me? It always feels like a double-edged sword or backhanded, lol. These are not unique viewpoints. Many admirers think Christine is having a hard time letting go of the emotional scars of polygamy, such as the silent rivalry between women, the underlying accusations, and the unwritten hierarchy. One fan commented, "It just shows that Christine has done a lot of work to truly shed the polygamist attitude of tearing down the other women in your life, but she still has a lot to do." A split fan base. Christine is now dealing with the awkward reality of changing fan view after formerly being buoyed by the kindness of her post-Kody independence. She's not the show's antagonist, but she's also not its protagonist right now. One user said, "This moment truly made me sad." Christine really needs to reflect on how she views Mary in comparison to Cody. One thing is clear as the sister wives story progresses. The audience is watching, and they aren't hesitant to point out what seems like hypocrisy. It's unclear if Christine will consider this criticism or stick with her current course. For the time being, the Robin parallel serves as a warning. Character arcs on reality TV can suddenly change. Because of her remarks about Cody and Robin, Sister Wives star Janelle Brown was the talk of the opening segment of the tell-all. It's no secret that one of the primary causes of the family's disintegration and the departure of Janelle, Mary, and Christine was Cody's unjust relationship. While many have blamed Cody, some fans believe Janelle did a fantastic job of explaining why Robin was the real culprit all along. To see the discussion, continue reading. Robin Brown upsets viewers in the first segment of Sister Wives, the tell-all. A few fans talked about Sister Wives Tell-All's debut episode. Some people believe Robin shouldn't be compensated for the initial tell-all segment as she avoided answering many of Suki's questions and refused to see the old footage. She clarified that it has turned toxic and that it is too harmful for her. Throughout the show, Robin has also displayed some questionable behavior. As Janelle reveals that Cody has been acting as though no one may discuss Robin, one of them was grinning and grinning when she was referred to as the sacred cow. According to some, there's proof that Robin committed her evil activities, and it appears Janelle isn't holding back from revealing her demonic behavior. Janelle deftly describes diabolical Robin. On social media, some Sister Wives fans talked about a sequence in Tell All Part 1 where Janelle made dubious remarks about Robin's potential motivations. Christine affirmed, as stated in the poster, that Mary never intended for Cody to wed Robin officially. Rather, they think Robin and Cody have been planting seeds. Additionally, they think Mary is not saying everything. However, Janelle's claims that Cody lacked the sophistication to produce such manipulation are highly telling. This sparked rumors that Robin was the one who used the adoption as justification and coerced Cody into divorcing Mary. She ultimately had the advantage over the other spouses because of her marriage to Cody. One day, I hope the OG3 will let everything out. Indeed, they had spent years strategizing and planning it. These folks really took advantage of Mary. They were happy to take advantage of the loyalty she showed them. When Cody and Robin were married and adopted the children from her abusive ex, that was my favorite part. Then literally either the same episode or the one after that, the kids were packed up and shipped off to their dads for summer vacation, which made me laugh out loud. The adoption was undoubtedly made to prevent any of the children from moving out and living with their father. In an article published yesterday, she made reference to cementing the family, or Dayton could go live with his father. She became so close to Mary and not the others right away because of this. Sister Wives. Christine Brown knows what's happening. Christine Brown has also expressed her thoughts on Robin and Cody's marriage. Over the years, Robin has brought up the adoption, the Sister Wives star claims. Christine seemed to corroborate that the adoption was only Robin's method of stealing everything from the other wives when she said, "And then it happened." And then she simply smiled at Suki. Sister Wives Janelle's son, Hunter, shocks with shirtless selfie. Fans can't believe their eyes. This is Janelle's son? In a stunning twist that has completely taken the Sister Wives fandom by storm, Hunter Brown, the once quiet, reserved son of Janelle and Cody Brown, has just broken the internet with a shirtless selfie that has fans absolutely reeling, and while longtime viewers of the show remember Hunter as the disciplined, soft-spoken, army-bound young man who often faded into the background amid the chaos of his father's plural marriage and the never-ending drama between the wives, no one could have predicted that this would be the moment he seized the spotlight in a way that even Cody couldn't ignore, because the second that selfie hit social media, jaws collectively dropped. Fans scrambled to confirm his identity, and suddenly Hunter Brown, who has mostly flown under the radar since finishing school and serving his country, became the unexpected breakout star of the Brown family universe. And not because of any drama, scandal, or controversy, but because he's completely transformed into what many are calling a real-life superhero, with chiseled abs, broad shoulders, and a confident, grounded expression that says, I know who I am now, and I'm proud of it. And while some followers were skeptical at first, asking, wait, that's really Janelle's son? Others quickly confirmed that it was indeed Hunter. Yes, that Hunter. And the photo wasn't filtered, photoshopped, or part of some modeling campaign, but rather a casual, sunlit selfie from what appeared to be a hiking trip or fitness journey that left little to the imagination and yet spoke volumes about his journey, his growth, and the understated power he's developed outside the shadow of his father's fame. And perhaps the most fascinating element of the viral moment isn't just the sheer physical transformation, though it was undeniably impressive, but what the image represented on a deeper level. Because for fans who've watched Janelle's struggle over the years with her role in the Brown family, often stuck between Cody's favoritism toward Robin and the dwindling connection to the other wives, seeing her son rise up with such quiet strength felt like a symbolic victory, a statement that said, "We are more than the dysfunction you've seen on TV." And while Cody has often clung to control, postured about masculinity, and belittled his children's emotional autonomy, it's Hunter, the son he frequently clashed with, who now seems to embody everything Cody claims to value: strength, discipline, integrity, and independence. And fans couldn't help but point out the irony as they shared and reshared the image across platforms, with comments flooding in like, "Hunter is the man Cody wishes he could be," and "Janelle should be so proud. This is what great parenting looks like." And even Christine, who has always loved the kids like her own, allegedly shared the post with a heart emoji and the simple words, "We love you, Hunt." And what followed was an outpouring of love and admiration that Janelle herself responded to in a heartfelt Instagram story, writing, "I've always said I'm proud of my kids, but seeing the world recognize their strength means everything to me." And while Janelle has been fiercely protective of her children's privacy, even she seemed moved by the moment, reposting the image with a simple caption, "My son, my pride." And of course, this reignited the ongoing conversation about the stark contrast between the way Cody treats the children from his other marriages versus how he has seemingly prioritized Robin's household, because fans immediately recalled past episodes where Hunter voiced frustration about Cody's absence, particularly during his military academy milestones, and now, here stands that very same young man, grown, confident, physically transformed, and emotionally grounded, as if to silently say, "I didn't need your approval to become the man I am today." And as the image continued to circulate, media outlets began picking it up, headlines reading things like, "Hunter Brown is unrecognizable," and "the real star of Sister Wives." And some fans even speculated whether Hunter might get approached for modeling or fitness endorsements, not because he's chasing fame, but because there's something undeniably authentic about his presence. No pretension, no performance, just strength and serenity. And in the midst of the attention, many also praised Janelle for the example she set, not just as a mom who prioritized education and independence, but as a woman who walked away from a spiritually bankrupt marriage and showed her children that self-respect isn't optional. And while Hunter has yet to officially comment on the sudden attention, sources close to the family say he's been humbled by the response, telling a friend, "I'm just doing my thing. If it inspires someone, that's a bonus." And while his humility is refreshing, the impact of the moment can't be overstated, because it's more than just a viral selfie. It's a generational shift, a moment where the children of the Sister Wives empire begin to tell their story, separate from Cody's chaos, from TLC's narrative, and from the family politics that have so often obscured the individual brilliance of these kids. And whether or not this leads to more public appearances, interviews, or even a spin-off that follows the Brown children into adulthood, one thing is clear. Hunter Brown is no longer just one of the kids. He's a man in his own right, standing tall, shirtless, and strong, not just in body but in spirit, and fans can't stop cheering for him, not just because of how he looks, but because of what he represents. The next generation rising above the noise, creating their own legacy, and reminding the world that while the show may be called Sister Wives, the sons of that family have their own powerful stories to tell. And Hunter just gave us a glimpse of his. Hunter Brown's heartfelt remembrance of Garrison in Sister Wives. Hunter celebrated his late brother Garrison's birthday on social media last month. He posted old pictures of himself and his brother playing board games, swimming in a lake, and sporting box caps. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory, the Sister Wives star said in an emotional comment that she shared. Hunter also counseled his followers to make the most of their time with their loved ones. Hunter continues to demonstrate to everyone that he is leading a happy life in spite of all the misery. Hunter snaps a selfie without shirts. Hunter Brown just posted a shirtless picture of himself on Instagram stories. "That was stupid," the Sister Wives actress captioned. In addition, he had on a bandana and shades. It's unknown why he dressed so strangely. However, he might be in the midst of working out. In any case, it only demonstrates that Hunter is enjoying life to the fullest while they are recovering. What is Hunter Brown doing now, Sister Wives?